I can't feel my face!
Did you sleep at all?
I died around 3. My alarm brought me back.
I can't feel a thing! But I've never felt better!
What are we working on?
Everything! Never mind, go optimize yourself! I can't feel my face!
I haven't blinked since lunch.
Rage fuel! It's like drinking dragon piss if the dragon had a cocaine problem!
Let's start a podcast!
This entire commercial was made with AI. There was no camera crew, no actors, no product shoot, and unfortunately, no actual rage fuel because it seems like it's pretty good. Everything that you just saw was made from Seedance 2.5, and it looks like it's the best video model out right now. But I don't want to just show you a few cinematic clips and tell you that filmmaking is dead. I want to find out if this thing can actually replace parts in a real video production workflow. So I'm going to show you exactly how I created that commercial with Seedance 2.5, which does a better job than Seedance 2.0. The problems that nobody should ignore, and then I'm putting it head to head against Google Omni, Kling 3.0, and Seedance 2.0. And by the end, we're going to find out which one I would actually use to make a commercial for a paying client. I didn't want to just test Seedance and make an easy prompt like make a random cinematic shot of somebody walking through the Tokyo streets. I wanted to find out if I can actually use this for work. So I came up with this fake energy drink company called Rage Fuel. The concept was pretty simple. It doesn't just give you energy, it gives you rage in a can. So it starts off with the main character, our guy right here, completely exhausted. And then as the day goes on, he starts getting more and more productive and crazy. So by the end, he's alone in the dark office surrounded by empty cans, looking like he just came off a 3-day bender. And this was a great way to put Seedance 2.5 to the test, because this commercial needed character consistency, different environments, product consistency, dialogue, complex movement, camera movement, and multiple shots that felt like they actually belonged in the same video. And that's pretty difficult for other AI video models. Now here's the most important thing about creating a commercial or a cinematic short film like this. I didn't start just by generating videos. If I type in a simple prompt, for example, tired man drinks energy and becomes productive, I'm letting the AI make almost every important creative decision. I'm letting the AI decide what the guy looks like, what the can looks like, what his house looks like, what clothes he's wearing. So I built the commercial the same way that I would approach any actual production. So I started off with the characters. I used ChatGPT to create the characters. So this is the main character from different angles that I had ChatGPT create. This is the product image of the can from different angles as well. I also used GPT Image 2 to create the locations. Now, what's really cool about Seedance 2.5 is that you can upload up to 50 references. This includes audio, video, and images. And that's basically how I approached making this video. Now, the final product that you see in the beginning of this video isn't the first draft. I actually started off by trying to one-shot this entire commercial in one prompt into a 30-second clip. And you can see there's basically a wall of text here. And I uploaded all the reference images. So this is what the first draft looked like.
I can't feel my face!
Did you sleep at all?
I died around 3. My alarm brought me back.
I can't feel a thing, but I felt better!
What are we working on?
Everything! Never mind, go optimize yourself!
I haven't blinked since lunch.
Rage fuel, like drinking a lightning bolt that hasn't slept in 9 days.
Let's start a podcast!
And this is where we need to talk about Seedance 2.0 because Seedance 2.0 was already pretty impressive. The motion was realistic, it did a good job following the prompt, but the biggest issue that a lot of people have with it is the cost. It's pretty expensive. And Seedance 2.5 is even more expensive. I'm using Seedance 2.5 on OpenArt. This is a platform where you can access all the top AI video models and image models in one place. You can choose AI image models such as GPT Image 2, Nano Banana 2, and Nano Banana Pro. And with the video models, you get access to Seedance 2.0, Seedance 2.5, Google Omni, and Kling 3.0. And if you want to check out OpenArt for yourself, I'll leave the link for that in the description of this video. So as of right now, Seedance 2.5 can only render out video in 480 and 720p. It was the same thing for Seedance 2.0 as well for the first couple of months, but then they brought out 1080p and 4K. So I'm pretty sure they're going to be rolling out higher resolutions to Seedance 2.5 in the next couple of weeks. So as I mentioned, the biggest thing with Seedance 2.5 is the cost, because you can easily spend between $7 to $12 for a 30-second clip. So this is why it's really important to understand how to prompt it properly so you don't waste money on credits or repeated generations. Because the cost for me to make this entire commercial was about $35 in credits. Now, on the other hand, if you think about the real cost of AI video, this is something that gets completely ignored when people talk about AI replacing video production. AI video is way cheaper than traditional production. You can make a cinematic quality video for a few $100s compared to spending tens of thousands of dollars on an actual video production. Another thing to think about is choosing the right AI video model, because one video model might cost you 5 generations in order to get the result that you're looking for. Meanwhile, another might only cost you 2 or 3 generations to get the result that you're looking for. Okay, once I had all the images and assets made, I started generating clips. So my process was pretty simple. I just uploaded a bunch of references into Claude and had it write the prompt for me. And I want to say overall that it did a pretty good job with sticking to the prompt. Now, there were a couple of things that I would have some critiques with, but overall, a 30-second clip, there's a lot of usable footage in there. When I did try to one-shot an entire commercial into a 30-second clip from just one prompt, that's when I noticed things weren't right. Some scenes didn't even come out at all, so I had to pretty much split that up into 2 25-second clips. I did that intentionally just so the dialogue can breathe and it can feel more natural in certain areas. I also created a third clip basically to remake certain individual scenes. Once I had all my clips, I took them into Adobe Premiere Pro and just cut and edited them all together so it flows naturally. But since I wanted to make this commercial feel more epic or cinematic, I went to 11 Labs and had it create some background music for me. Now, I believe that Seedance 2.5 does have some filters in place, because I tried to generate certain curse words, but for some reason, it just wouldn't go through.
Rage fuel. It's like drinking dragon piss, if the dragon had a coheed problem.
For the last part of this clip, it wouldn't say a certain word. So I had to go over to 11 Labs and create a voiceover. And that was basically it. That's all I had to do. I didn't have to do a whole lot of over editing in order to make this commercial come out decent or pretty usable. Now, there are certain critiques that I have about it as far as the final result. Some of the text on the can doesn't look quite right for about a split second, but I could have remade that using other AI video models. Now let me come back to the title of this video. Did Seedance 2.5 just kill video production agencies? Honestly, I don't know. It's kind of hard to tell, but think about how much time and money it would cost to make a traditional commercial like this. Think about it. You need a camera, the lenses, the lighting, the actors, the location, and the props. With AI, you don't need any of that. You can do all of this from your computer, and that is a big disruption. Now, I'm not saying Christopher Nolan is about to fire everybody and make his next movie from his bedroom, but think about it. Social ads, product videos, UGC ads, music videos, short form content, small business ads for those type of production. Okay, so let's get back to the testing. I'm going to compare it to 3 other video models. Now, everything I've shown you so far only proves Seedance 2.5 can make some pretty good videos. That doesn't prove that it's the best AI video model, so now I'm putting it against 3 other strong alternatives. We're going to put it against Google Omni, Kling 3.0, and Seedance 2.0. We're going to be doing 3 tests, and I'm specifically choosing shots that attack different weaknesses of AI video. This one is going to be for Kling. I wanted the man to burst through the glass office door while carrying a large printer under one arm and an open laptop underneath the other. The next shot is him sitting in between 3 computers and he's typing on 3 different keyboards at the same time. The third cut is him in a conference room and he's doing jumping jacks. The next cut is going to be a product shot of Rage Fuel. So let's check it out and see what we get.
Focus on the quarter end projections. Now, the logistics. And finally, the recruitment drive.
Okay, there's a few things wrong with this. He's not carrying a printer under one arm. There's 2 people at the keyboard typing, and I don't know if you would call those jumping jacks. I don't really take off too many points for the actual product because I didn't upload a reference image of the can. But towards the end there, you can see that the lip sync is completely off. Now this is what Kling 3.0 is known for. When you create longer generation clips, the lip sync just derails after a while. Next, we're going to be doing Seedance. I'm having the man run through the office with a stack of paperwork in his hands. The paper is falling as he runs, and the second cut is when he's working on 2 open laptops. The next cut is him doing squats in the conference room, and the next cut is him drinking Rage Fuel. And for the final 2 shots, he's writing equations on a whiteboard, and then he's talking to a CEO. Okay, that came out pretty good. It did follow the prompt pretty well, but at the end right there, he started speaking another language. I guess the Rage Fuel can also teach you how to speak Spanish. But yeah, overall, it looks pretty good. Now we're going to do Google Omni. So for this scene, the man is in the office chair pushing himself forward down the hallway. He's holding the laptop in one hand and typing on it with the other hand. The next cut is him with 4 phones at the same time while he's typing on a laptop. Then he's walking on a treadmill while he's on a Zoom call. Then we have a cut to the product shot of the can, and then the final shot is him writing equations on a glass window. So let's check it out and see how it did.
This is our roadmap to absolute victory!
Okay, the first scene, it did pretty good, but this right here is where it falls apart. That looks good. I won't knock it for the product image because I didn't give that a reference, but yeah, I didn't really like how this one came out. But test number 2 is actually more important than anybody thinking about making money with this. So I pretty much gave each model the same prompt. Every model gets Rage Fuel. So I wanted a cinematic product shot, and I wanted to see which model would do the best. So first thing, we're going to start off with Kling. Not bad. You can see the details of the label on the can pretty clearly. It has condensation and it has that cinematic look. So overall, pretty good. Next up, we have Seedance. So this one came out pretty good as well. It has that cinematic look, that background music. The only thing is the resolution seems a little bit lower, but overall pretty good. And finally, we have Google Omni. Okay, I would have to say Google Omni is the winner on this one because I like the cuts, the close-up, showing the condensation on the can. Everything looks right for the most part. But yeah, I would say Google Omni did the best with this one. So now I'm giving each model reference images of the man and Rage Fuel. The goal of this video is I wanted the man to basically have a come down where he's crashing from the energy fuel and there's empty cans of Rage Energy next to him and he says, "I can hear colors." So this is what Kling 3.0 gave us.
I can hear colors.
Not bad, but it doesn't really look like he crashed or he's really lacking energy. He just seems kind of sad. Moving on to Seedance.
I can hear colors.
Now, I like the way that this one came out. You can feel that emotion where this guy, he's just realizing like how high he is or how cracked out he is, however you want to describe it. So I really like this one. And then we have Google Omni.
I can hear colors.
Now, you might have noticed that the can of Rage Fuel isn't right. That's because I forgot to upload the reference image. Now, where Google Omni really shines is video editing. All you have to do is just tell Google Omni what you wanted to edit. So I basically took the image of the can and told it to replace the cans on the desk with this image right here. And this is how it did.
I can hear colors.
Not bad. Overall, I would have to say Seedance 2.0 gave us the best generation. So here are my thoughts on which AI video model did the best. Making this commercial changed the way that I think about comparing AI video models. Best model isn't necessarily the model that creates the best beautiful 5-second shot, because the commercial isn't 5 seconds. It's this shot connected to this shot, connected to this shot, connected to 5 more shots. So if you're trying to make cinematic videos, it's not really about which model makes the coolest clip. It's which model helps me finish the project. And I think that's the bigger story here because the barrier for creating professional looking videos is getting smaller and smaller. 3 years ago, having the right equipment to create a full production like this was a barrier. Then AI video generation became the barrier. Now we're getting models where one person can control characters, products, location, motion, cinematography from a laptop. So what becomes valuable? Can you come up with something that's worth watching? Can you keep someone watching? Can you tell a difference between something cinematic or AI slop? Can you communicate exactly what you want? And can you take dozens of individual clips and turn them into something coherent? That's why I don't really think AI eliminates creators, but it can massively increase what a good creator can produce. So, did Seedance 2.5 kill video production agencies? Not really, but I think it just killed a lot of the reasons you would need for a smaller production, because this video was created by one person, and the scary part isn't where AI video is today. The scary part is imagining where this will be in 1 year from now, because these models are getting better and better. If you want me to keep putting these video models through actual production tests instead of generating another video of a woman walking in slow motion, make sure to hit that subscribe button because things are moving pretty fast. And if you're trying to figure out which AI video generator is actually worth paying for, I already put the top video models head to head using the exact same prompts. You can check it out right here. It'll save you a lot of money, but make sure to check out OpenArt in the link in the description. I might make an updated video comparing Seedance 2.5 to these other AI video models. Let me know in the comments if you want me to make that video.